I really like Jake a lot, but once he's in that ring, he has to fight like his life is dependent on it, because it will be.
When in your career are you going to actually fight a contender in your weight class and not do gimmick fights?
I mean, the skill level alone, now of course, there is a size difference, a height difference and all that, but he's just going to struggle so much landing a shot. It's just going to look bad.
In a shocking twist, boxing legend Mike Tyson made a surprise entrance at the Jake Paul vs. Gervonta Davis press conference, leaving everyone in disbelief. Tyson didn't hold back. He looked straight at Jake Paul and warned, "Fight like your life depends on it." His words hit like a punch, reminding everyone that stepping into the ring with a ruthless fighter like Davis isn't just a show. It's a real battle for survival.
If you saw Jake Paul's fat body videos, and if you think he's taking his training seriously for you.
Listen, I think he's taking it very, very seriously because his health depends on it. And yeah, he's nobody I'm looking at. I'm not looking past him. I'm taking him lightly at all.
The Jake Paul vs. Gervonta Tank Davis showdown has evolved into more than just a boxing event. It's a spectacle unlike any other. Officially classified as an exhibition bout, the designation comes from serious concerns about the weight and size difference between the two fighters. The Florida Athletic Commission refused to sanction it as a professional match due to that disparity. Under the newly agreed rules, the two will face off in 10 3-minute rounds, both wearing 12-ounce gloves, and yes, knockouts will count. What makes this fight even more intriguing is the judging. For the first time, the decision will be determined by 2 human judges and 1 AI judge, bringing a futuristic twist aimed at ensuring total objectivity inside the ring.
The Jake Paul versus Tank fight is getting really weird. Gervonta looks scared for his life because the rules are out. They're crazy. Oh, so everyone thought that the fight was at 190.
It was 190.
Instead it's at 195, and this weight difference is scaring the life out of little Tank.
Over 10 3-minute rounds.
I said it was 190.
The next dispute comes with the gloves. Little Tank is used to fighting in 8-ounce gloves. Baby glove. This fight will be in 12. Hands might be too small. Also, Tank just fought in a 12 3-minute round fight against Roach. Yes, and now he's fighting in 10 3-minute rounds, which isn't too bad. Well done, Jake. Exhibition though, can he win? Yes, he can actually win. It will be overlooked by 3 sanctioned judges. So he can actually still win and knock him out. But here's the trick. It's body punches only. And there's a reason. That's because Tank said, look, this is a bit unfair. I don't want to punch up. I want to punch at my head height. Where does it fall? At Jake Paul's belly. Oof. So apparently we've heard there's no knockdown rules, but aside from that, it's a pretty well-rounded fight. Oh yeah, and there's some drug testing involved. But
recent reports indicate that Gervonta Tank Davis has packed on serious muscle during training camp, now walking around close to 160 pounds, a significant jump for a fighter who's never officially competed above 135. This move brings him much closer to the catchweight set for his exhibition clash with Jake Paul. The added size could boost Davis's power and punch resistance, making him a far more dangerous and unpredictable threat inside the ring. Under the newly agreed rules, the two will face off in 10 3-minute rounds, both wearing 12-ounce gloves, and yes, knockouts will count. What makes this fight even more intriguing is the judging. For the first time, the decision will be determined by 2 human judges and 1 AI judge, bringing a futuristic twist aimed at ensuring total objectivity inside the ring.
Gervonta Tank Davis, is my prediction that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to weigh in on the night of the fight against Jake Paul, knocking on 160 pounds. Don't be surprised if he's 157 pounds, something like that. You guys see this footage? Look at Tank. Now, if you know what you're looking at, the guy must be around 150 right now, 153, something like that. And you can really tell when he's sideways. When you look at him sideways and see the depth. See, from the front view, you can't really tell. But when he turns sideways, the guy is a wrecking ball. He's literally a baby rhino out there. And I think that is the idea for him to bulk up and be a little powerhouse out there. And I'm all for it. I'm going to tell you in this video why I think that's the best thing for Tank and why I think he will be knocking on 160 pounds.
Boxing analyst Teddy Atlas believes Gervonta Tank Davis is as close to a complete fighter as the sport has today. He praises Davis not just for his explosive power and finishing ability, but for his sharp counterpunching instincts, his ability to set traps, control distance, and maintain mental composure under pressure. According to Atlas, Davis fights with patience and precision, every move calculated, every punch with purpose. He's always thinking 2 steps ahead, never relying solely on raw power. In Atlas's eyes, these traits make Davis the one elite lightweight capable of dismantling someone like Jake Paul, whose style is improving, but who
The other time he was in, for the fans to get mad with that, was against Fury's Tommy Fury, but it wasn't that level, obviously, and all the size things you just rightfully pointed out. But he would have been in there with, I mean, it seemed crazy. You're going to go in there with a guy who was a 2-time heavyweight champ and a gold medalist? Wow. Even though the guy's, at a twilight part of his career, still.
And you've given a lot of credit and props to Jake Paul on this show of helping get more eyeballs to the sport, but the way he takes it serious and goes about his approach and his work to this craft, that he does take it seriously. With that being said, when he announces Tank Davis, I'm getting tired of these gimmick fights and him loading the deck up. Whether it was Chavez Jr. or an old Mike Tyson, or we could go on and on with some of the UFC guys and the great Anderson Silva at 46 years of age. Tank Davis, great fighter, current fighter, world champion. We know how good he is. Been a top 10 pound-for-pound guy for you for the last few years now. But he's 5'5" and 135 pounds. This sounds like it would be a 195-pound fight, an exhibition. Wouldn't count on their records. Not a whole lot of other details other than it will be in November, and it sounds like in Atlanta. But I've said enough. I just want to hear your take. What do you make of this news of Jake Paul and Tank Davis?
But, and I'm smiling a little bit. But back in the day, I love the 1800s, 1700s, my friend out there, 1700s, whatever. But I love the old-time fighters that were catchweights. And there was guys like Sam Langford. I know Sam Langford.
Despite Gervonta Davis's superior skills and newly bulked-up physique, former super middleweight champion Carl Froch has sounded the alarm. He warned that Jake Paul's size and unusual power pose a real danger, reminding everyone that Davis has never been hit by someone that heavy or that strong. Froch's caution echoes a growing concern across the boxing world, where many view this matchup not as a fair contest, but as a spectacle that blurs the line between entertainment and safety.
Just here at Los Naranjos in Viva, España, and I found out that Gervonta Davis is now fighting Jake Paul. So Jake Paul was supposed to be fighting AJ. Eddie Hearn announced 99% done, which we've just spoke about. What next for AJ? Potentially Jake Paul. But it now looks like that Jake Paul is fighting one of Anthony Joshua's legs. He's fighting Gervonta Davis, somebody who's a quarter of his size. I don't even know what's going on. Has Eddie Hearn been played? Let me know what you think. But the AJ fight with Jake Paul's finished. Gervonta Davis, fake Paul, November. I don't know what's going on in the world of boxing. This is an absolute joke. What next for AJ? We'll get into this, and there's so many questions I want to get into in the next episode. But hope you enjoyed this one. And yeah, just thought I'd give you a quick update because the news has just come in. And I'm just trying to relax and play a bit of golf. And I can't. I've got to get it off my chest. I'm going to add it to this video. Hope you enjoy it. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit like, share and subscribe to the best channel in the business, Froch on Fighting, and we'll see you very soon.
Froch has issued a stern warning about the safety risks of the next Paul versus Davis on ISA exhibition, highlighting an estimated 65 pounds weight gap.
At his press conference and he shit himself, and the fight was just absolutely fucking diabolical. Again, I've said before, he's not a professional boxer. He never will be. And he proved time and time again that he's not a professional fighter. So, Jake Paul, go on, piss off.
I mean, I don't really take Jake Paul that serious. He can't really box. He can have a little fight, he can have a swing. He swings away, stands up straight, and he throws punches, but it's not professional boxing. Because when I watch him box, he's just so much wrong. It's just, everything's wrong. It's so bad. He's got leaky defence. He telegraphs his punches. Like, you put him in with someone his own size, who's a professional, and it's a mismatch. And you'll see that if he ends up fighting somebody. Tommy Fury, bless him, He's a pro boxer, but he's inexperienced. He's got no amateur pedigree. He's a raw novice, or maybe just above the raw novice. I was saying earlier, where would I put him in terms of levels? He'd do well to win a British title. He's at that sort of level, and then from British title.
Rising prospect Emiliano Vargas believes Paul may soon deserve those kinds of matchups. Yet much of the boxing community remains cautious. Promoter Eddie Hearn has praised Paul's progress, suggesting he could be closing in on a WBC ranking, but also reminded fans that many more experienced and proven fighters still rank ahead of him. The debate perfectly captures the growing tension between Paul's skyrocketing profile and the lingering doubts over whether his previous opponents have truly prepared him for the elite level of boxing.
Any of them hurt you? I just think Chavez didn't get started. That's the only thing. I mean, you can't win. I want to be world champion. Zerto looks slow as shit tonight. You can't win if you don't throw, you know? So it was kind of like the Ryan Garcia Rollies thing. You know, Rollies didn't, I mean, Ryan really didn't get started, so, you know.
What do you think about how Jake looked and fought?
You know what?
You're very tough.
If he sucked ass, he sucked ass, but he actually looks pretty good. There's people who walking in the gym, you can tell right away if they can box or not. So he can box. He's selling out, you know, obviously this arena, and the only thing I can do is take a page out of his book and you know, put it towards my showmanship. So.
You think he's ready for someone like top 15, top 20?
I mean, look, you know, he knows who to fight. Obviously, he's, you know, growing in his career. If he really wants to make a career, I wish him nothing but the best. But I just think that, you know, it's going to be a little longer until then.
Thank you, I mean, appreciate it. Oh, give us an update about you. You got a date coming up.
July 26th, Madison Square Garden. I'm ripped up. I'm ready to go. Ran with Manny Pacquiao yesterday, and you know, 15-0 on the way. Let's go, baby.
Thank you, I mean, appreciate it, man.
My brother, appreciate it.
Rising prospect Emiliano Vargas believes Paul may soon deserve those kinds of matchups. Yet much of the boxing community remains cautious. Promoter Eddie Hearn has praised Paul's progress, suggesting he could be closing in on a WBC ranking, but also reminded fans that many more experienced and proven fighters still rank ahead of him. The debate perfectly captures the growing tension between Paul's skyrocketing profile and the lingering doubts over whether his previous opponents have truly prepared him for the elite level of boxing.
As an audience member, as a patron with a cane, it's hard to me to believe a year later that you're going to be in any condition to really, really fight. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know. And if you're Jake Paul, here's what I want to say to you. It's Mike Tyson, that's fine. It's a money fight, I get you, and you want to make money. But at some point in time, if you keep telling us that you're taking boxing seriously and you want to be recognized as a big-time boxer / fighter, you're going to have to fight somebody closer to your age, who is a contender at the very least in the sport and who lives with it every single day. Could you please get in the ring with somebody? Pretty please, with sugar on top. Gervonta Davis might be every bit as box office as Maverick himself. As exciting, as electric, because this dude performs every time out, y'all. Wherever Davis goes, wherever he fights, fans justifiably follow. He's that special. And Davis is without a doubt one of the top 5 pound-for-pound fighters in the world right now. Don't you even doubt it.
Paul is a professional. At some point in time, I don't give a damn if it's a light heavyweight. Beterbiev, Bivol, a super middleweight, Canelo, Mexican Monster, David Benavidez, somebody that actually has a reputation. The time has come for Jake Paul to step into the ring with a cat who actually boxes for a living and give us that fight. I appreciate the fact of him promoting. I appreciate him having the cachet as a former YouTuber turned boxer. I like Jake Paul. I respect Jake Paul. I'm just saying, because I like him and because I respect him, I want to see him in the ring. And I don't want to hear, I know his numbers are better, but then he's going to say, I don't need Canelo. Canelo needs me. Well, wait a minute. See, you, as a guy that's in his trainer, that's like a father figure to him, you're training him all the time, you know him, both y'all from the streets of Baltimore the whole bit. Who do you want to see Tank fight next?
I want him to get all of them that ran their mouth.
Give me the names. I need names, Calvin. I need names.
You already know. We went down to, we working on the big four. It was Garcia. That's the first one. Roma, I hope we get him soon. Shakur, he's going to get it. He know he's going to get it. It's just Bob is in charge of that. You know what I'm saying? Bob know what he's doing over there. You can't tell Bob how to run his game because he's like a vet at this. He's been doing it for so many years. That's going to happen. All the fights that we'll want, they have no choice. They're going to take the fight when it's time to take the fight. It's just right now, who's going to take the fight? That's the question.
Maybe he'll fight Jake Paul instead. What do you think of that?
I think that's terrible.
Why?
I mean, I get it because at the end of the day, it's the money business, and you want to make the most money. But from what I'm hearing, he can make more money in a fight with me. And if that's the case, why not fight me?
Sure. Do you think he beats Jake Paul?
Do I think he beats Jake? Yeah. I mean,
there's a huge size advantage, though.
It is, but I think Tank got the skills to make sure he come out on top.
Do you think that Jake has gone better?
Yeah, I think actually Jake got tremendously better from the time frame that he started till now. And in the right situation, I also could see him become
quite surprised because it sounded like Jake Paul and Joshua was getting closer and closer for January. However, there have been rumors of Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul in the past. I think with Gervonta Davis's kind of legal problems in the last month or so and rumors about his retirement, I don't think it's a massive shock that he is taking this Jake Paul fight if it is going to go ahead, purely for the reason that it's a lot of money for maybe not the most difficult job that he's going to have in his career. So it's a strange one, but yeah, it's just another kind of day in the sport, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Will Paul's hype hold up in the ring, or will Davis's skill and experience expose him? Drop your thoughts below.